Okay, so we're recording. We are here.
Hello.
Hello. So, welcome everybody to the inaugural class of BeetleMilk University. Okay, so BeetleMilk University is going to be a very interesting project. It was actually brought up by somebody on this call who is Chris. And so it's a really cool idea. And we're going to go very, very in depth. As BeetleMilk, we get a lot of questions from a lot of people on how we do the things we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally feel that there's no need to keep most of it a secret. And
However, the only thing that we won't go into is like who we personally go through for like manufacturers and stuff like that. But we can go into the process of how we found them and the process of kind of like weeding them out. We'll go into that eventually too.
because your circumstances might be different than ours, we have very specific circumstances due to the fact that we give away tarot cards and stuff like that. So we can't use most places that do drop shipping in the way that most people would use them. So the first thing we're going to get into
Introduce ourselves.
Yes, we're going to get into four different things. The first one's we're going to do an introduction. We're going to give some disclaimers for the class. We're going to do some setup and lay some groundwork for the rest of the course. And then we're going to actually start the first lesson, which I simply titled in our outline, It's Hard. All right. So who we are. Tatiana, do you want to start?
Okay, sure. I'm Tatiana. I am married to Devin. We are a husband-wife dream team, and we make up BeetleMilk along with other people who play a very important role within our company, whether that's helping on Discord, helping in the background, helping with the affiliate program and whatnot. But as far as the creators of the company, it is the both of us. As far as what I do a lot of the artwork as far as like Strawberry Blood goes, and a lot of the cuter pastel stuff that is myself. A lot of the social media stuff as well, and helping interact. I also go by Unico on the Discord, so if you see me there, that is me.
Good times. So Pope here, also known as Devin. That's my Christian name. But Pope also, ironically, is also a Christian name. So there you
There
go.
you go.
Never thought of it like that. All right, so what I do is I handle a lot of the marketing. I handle a lot of the website stuff. I more recently stuck my toe into actually doing artistic stuff with the Pope line. And I'm kind of an all-arounder. Like, I'm kind of like the Swiss Army knife of the company. I'm very willing to learn new things and do new things. And so a lot of our new initiatives were spearheaded by me, just trying to figure out how to do it and how to make it work. My main benefit is I consider myself fearless. I'm willing to try everything and see what works and what doesn't. And through that, I can be a great resource for everybody watching this on everything from Facebook ads to building a website to anything else you can think of. So that's good times. So I do want to give a few disclaimers as far as this course goes. And what that is for everybody watching, either in the room or watching later on the replay, what you should know is that we will do everything we can to give you all the information you need. Specifically in this class right now, I have two people that I know for a fact are working on getting their art more out there, getting their work more out there, and being more successful at it. And we want to help. Okay, so we will do everything in our power, hold nothing back to make that happen. But my disclaimer is that we cannot do it all for you. You have to, the thing about knowledge is that they say knowledge is power, but that's not true. Knowledge is potential power. Action is power. And so to take the information and take action on it is where you'll find success. So I know a lot of people in the realm of consultation, and the way they kind of keep it going is that people really like to hear inspirational stuff, but they don't ever really take action on it. I highly encourage y'all to take action on the stuff that we say, and not everything will work. Not everything is a one-size-fits-all kind of option. However, there likely in what we say is some kind of nugget of truth that you can take from it and use towards your own circumstance. Okay?
Can I actually go into that a little bit more?
Please do.
So, actually, kind of more building upon what he was saying is speaking from personal experience, if you've been with us for a while, you probably have seen where we have opened and closed the shop a few times just because of personal things that have gone through in our lives. It's not always going to be a cakewalk. Honestly, hardly ever is it going to be a cakewalk. You're running a business, and that can be very, very fulfilling. I personally find it very fulfilling. I know he finds it fulfilling as well. But it's not going to be easy. Like, find a good support system and don't give up when stuff gets hard, because it is going to get hard. It's going to get challenging. You just have to continue down that path.
We're going to go a little bit more into that in just a second, but I want to actually go into what this course is going to consist of, what we're going to get into. So the specific one that triggered this entire thing is something that we will go into, which is the subject of traditional versus digital. We're going to go into that. What are the benefits and drawbacks? For example, Tatiana is primarily a digital artist. Richard, who just joined us, is he does both. He does traditional and digital, and Tatiana also is talented at traditional as well. Both have their benefits and drawbacks, and we're going to go into that. We're going to go into setting up a shop and getting people to go to it, getting traffic, measuring your numbers, SEO. We're going to get into Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads. We're going to get into how to market yourself. We're going to get into building a community. We've had people come in here, be a part of our community, and try to go and build their own community and fail. And the reason is because I don't think they understood why our community works. So I'm going to share with everybody why it works and how to make it work. Although I can give you a really easy description, which is always put your community first, but we'll get more into that later. If you can think of it, we're going to do it, okay? How do you have profits with a small margin item, like something like stickers? Specifically, we have Luna on the call who sells kind of lower average order value items. How can you turn a profit doing that when you have to sell more? You have to sell in bulk as opposed to a hoodie, which is $100 on our site, give or take. So just comprehensive. Hey, Richard, can you do me a favor and mute yourself, man? Just for now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have no idea how this works.
Don't be sorry, brother. You're good.
Uh,
There we go. All right. For those of you who don't know, Richard is the artist behind Disco Infernal and the cover of Pink. He is absolutely fabulous, and works in the traditional realm, so it's really cool. All right. So the first lesson that we're going to get into is actually what Tatiana said earlier, and the reason is because I want to start this out not sugarcoating. I want to start it out honestly. This path is hard. You chose a difficult path. You chose a path that is going to kick your ass. It is going to chew you up. It is going to spit you out. It is going to fuck you up. And it is going to make you wish you were never born. Now, one of the benefits of being a small kind of provider of, products or art or anything like that is that a lot of the pressure that comes with being a bigger one, you don't have to deal with at this point. Chances are there's other sources of income and things like that, so it takes a little bit of the financial pressure off whether it succeeds or doesn't succeed. Because once you start going up, it's the age-old phrase, man, mo money, mo problems. And that's the first thing you notice. You have an $1,000 day, and the first thing you notice is, oh shit, now I got to fulfill $1,000 worth of items. And Shopify takes 10 years to get me my profits. And so where am I going to find that for fulfillment? And oh yeah, I've got to set up a fulfillment chain and everything like that. It's ridiculous. It's hard. But here's the other thing, and here's what makes it difficult. We as artists, as creative people, we are focused around ourselves. We are very internal into our own heads. And you got to realize that when you go into marketing your product, marketing yourself, you have to think of other people. It has to be about them. Many of our contemporaries fail, and the reason they fail is because they're thinking of themselves. Everything that's ever happened that's good for BeetleMilk happened for one reason, and that one reason is because we paid explicit attention to what we could do for you. All right? This, I think it was Mark Twain or something like that that said, if you... by helping people, you will get the help you need, right? Or it's like help a few people and get something, but help a bunch of people and get the world or something like that. Like it's true. You have to think about them. So as an example, sticking with the sticker example, okay? BeetleMilk, just as an example, when we get stickers, if we try a new supplier of stickers, the first thing we do is we actually test them. So we will get the stickers, we'll get a bunch of them, and we'll destroy them with razor blades. We'll put them on our car and see how long they last in different conditions, how well they clean up after they get dirty, how well they stick after you peel them back off if you stick them again. We've destroyed countless stickers by trying this stuff out. We recently looked into doing phone cases because we can get them at a pretty good price for y'all, but determined that we weren't going to do them because they did not last under our stress testing. Right? That's what this is. This was stress testing on a new product that you guys aren't going to see because it just...
You can see this whole black part here is like, not the actual film, but it's the plastic casing. So the color is the actual picture, but this actually rubbed up against keys. And so it scratched the phone case.
And so that's not good enough. That's not good enough for BeetleMilk products. All right? And so when you do it, you've got to make sure that your products are durable. You've got to make sure that what you're doing is not, it doesn't only just look good, you've got to keep your customer in mind. Is your customer going to be able to pop it on the back of a MacBook and have it on there for years to come? If they can't, don't sell it. That's my first piece of advice. And the reason is because you have to always think about them first, not yourself. Can you save 20 cents a sticker by going for non-weatherproof? Of course you can. Do you want to? No, you do not want to. Because a pissed off customer will never come back. And the value that you get out of your company is based on returning customers.
Well, not only that, but actually kind of on the same lines as a pissed off customer. And luckily we have not really encountered that many like nasty customers. But when you go into Yelp or something like that, how many customer reviews have you seen where they're like, I don't even have a Yelp account. I only created this so I could leave this bad review.
It happens.
It happens. Like, people go out of their way to tell you about their bad experiences. There are the few that, of course, will tell people about the nice experiences, but people like to complain and drag people through the mud if they feel like they deserve that.
That's actually a really good segue into another point, which is that it's thankless. I know that there's a lot of people in our community that they kind of see me and Tatiana in the Discord and on Instagram, and people are like, you guys' stuff is so cool, or you guys are so cool, or we like your stuff. There was at least 4 years of BeetleMilk before any of that shit came along. Like, it was a long time of us working before any of that came. The rest of the time, it was rejection. It was going to cons and getting our ass handed to us. All right? It was people like freaking getting Tatiana in pictures and actually asking me to leave the picture because they thought I was the hired help. It was humiliating and it was difficult. And so finally now we're getting some respect. And what makes it worse is that like people are like, oh, look at you guys. You guys have it so fucking easy. It's like, no, it was always hard. It's so hard every day.
And that's not to complain. We enjoy this job quite a bit. I mean, honestly, we love doing stuff like this. We love being a part of the Discord and all of that. But just know, much like many other jobs, you do this not for the money. You do this because you enjoy doing it. Just like you hear a lot of people like school teachers who honestly should get paid a lot more, but don't. They do it because they enjoy doing what they do. All untold, we're not going to say how much we make, but I mean, it's not much. I mean, it's not as much as I could get doing a day job, that pays a significant more amount. It's just, we enjoy doing this, and that's why we do it.
The last thing I want to say on the subject before we get into questions is that I truly believe if you're doing it for the money, you already have failed. Personally. Money comes with passion, it comes with dedication, it comes with hard work, and it comes with being smart about how you approach stuff. It does not come... And so while she has said, like, we don't make that much, we make more from BeetleMilk than most people do with their day jobs. It's just, for us, we have actually higher expenses than a lot of people, so it seems smaller, but in all fairness, most of the people on our level doing what we do would probably kill for our paychecks. And the reason is because we never put money first. It's like I pointed out earlier in the Discord, like all this free stuff we do, all these free services that we do, we don't have to. And that's not bragging. That's not a humble brag. It's because I think that when you move on to do your own thing, you should focus on how much service you can provide. How much value can you provide? The value comes back to you. It's a small initial investment for it to come back. How many people are witches? How many people pagans in the house? Okay? Anybody in the house a pagan? I know Luna is. Okay? Rule of 3. It applies here. Okay? So that is kind of just what we wanted to start out with and just kind of say is like just make sure that you're keeping your head in the right area. If you're like, oh well, I'm going to be a millionaire, you've already lost. Like the moment you think that, you've already lost. And I know that because when we first started, that's how I started thinking, and the business actually plummeted.
That's not to say that it's not possible. That's not to say that you can't get wealthy off of this. But another thing to bring up is don't expect to work 8-hour work days either.
Oh, no.
Like,
No.
don't. I would say, like, decently 10, 12, 14-hour days. Between fulfillment, creation, social media, you are doing multiple jobs within your job. And that's just being realistic. If you're trying to get this in front of as many people as you can.
7 days a week. No freaking weekends.
And again, that's not to complain. That's just being realistic.
Nothing is meant to complain. It's just we can't do this without painting an honest picture. Sunday night, I was at the heat press pressing new patches. All right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
I wasn't playing video games. I was pressing patches. Like, it's just what you have to do, at least in the beginning, and then you can hire people on. And we've been lucky enough to be able to bring people into our fold and into the team and kind of lessen some of that stress. We'll also talk about employees and talk about recruitment later on as well. For now, that is kind of our starting point and kind of where we want to stop us just talking. And what I want to get into now is any specific questions that anybody